The old man was starving to death, but he threw his only food to the bird. But after the birds ate and drank, they turned into 7 dwarfs and sneaked into the old man's house to repay his kindness. It turned out that the old man was a traditional shoemaker, but because of his poor craftsmanship, he couldn't sell any of his shoes. When the dwarfs saw the shoes piling up on the floor, they decided to upgrade the shoes and make them more fashionable and popular to help the old man make ends meet. And the dwarfs worked together to make it happen. After all, they knew how to make things easier for the old man. And when it comes to shoemaking, no one dares to call them number 2. But one thing led to another, and these 2 dwarfs had an accident and accidentally nailed their partner right into their shoe. Of course, it was just a demonstration of the wrong kind. The cowboy dwarf was born to do this, and with his 2 guns, he puts a beautiful pattern on the shoe. But this last action is a bit of a red herring. The 2 dwarves work together to drive the nails into the soles of the shoes in minutes, but they're concentrating too hard on their work. And the next thing you know, they're making a mockery of it. And the work of these 2 dwarfs is so dangerous that they can die if they're not careful. And it can only be done in the middle of the day, because sooner or later, something will happen. The dwarf's skill is far from ordinary and he can sew a mid-calf boot in less than a minute. But the quality is a little less than that. One pull on the thread and it's back to its original form. It is said that they are not afraid of godlike opponents, but only afraid of pig-like teammates. The dwarf was calm and used a bottle to cover his teammate's head to prevent noise leakage. The dwarf was born with presbyopia, but he wanted to thread a needle. And after 2.5 hours, he finally got the thread in. But he's not even 2 seconds in before tragedy strikes. And these 2 dwarfs were the best team in the house. It was this cockeyed dwarf who was always hitting his partner's head with a hammer. He couldn't stand it any longer, so he got him some glasses to correct his eyesight after a vision test. However, the next scene proves that this guy did it on purpose. The dwarf has a serious cleanliness fetish. See the stains on the shoes, cannot help but wipe it clean. And the next moment found the gloves on the stains immediately with the body to wipe it clean. This is not all. See the body stains, he cannot help but use the gloves to clean up. So after a series of condoms, he thought it would be more reasonable to return them to their rightful owners. Have you ever seen such an outrageous way of putting on shoelaces?